Okay, you guys can stop leaving the comments. Today, we review the Cardinal Air Jordan 7. Yo, what's good guys? My name's Chris. Welcome back to the official WearTesters.com YouTube channel. Today we got a detailed look and review on these bad boys right here. Back again for the fourth time. It's the Air Jordan 7 Cardinal. And before we deep dive into the Air Jordan 7 in the Cardinal colorway, we do have a quick word from our sponsor, which just so happens to be a good friend of mine. So thank you so much for supporting the channel in that level. It's greatly appreciated. My good friend Dewey, most of you guys probably have seen him throughout some of our older videos. He's actually on court with me in a lot of our previous performance reviews.
Our COVID videos.
Our COVID performance reviews, yes, when we were just outside only. He's the dude that always matches the jersey to the kicks, and it's awesome. He's got a couple of businesses that he wanted us to remind you guys about. The first one is actually his jersey business, so I mean, that's cool. If you're into retro and nostalgic things like basketball, like footwear, and you wanted to pair it up with apparel, and make sure that you follow his Instagram account, which is Dewey Loves Jerseys, and everything that he's got on there is for sale. So anything that you're looking for, he's probably got it. Our cool picture that we did on Halloween, yeah, we got our jerseys from him. And Dewey's other business is actually as a real estate agent for this area, the Sacramento and Elk Grove area. He does go outside of the area sometimes, but basically he has a specific Instagram account, Homes by Dewey, for that particular business venture. So if you were interested in either buying or selling a home in this area, make sure that you hit him up. The business is greatly appreciated. We will have links to both of his Instagram accounts down below in the description box. And fun fact, Dewey is actually local here to the Elk Grove area. He went to Laguna Creek High School, which their school colors are Cardinal red. But the Air Jordan 7 in the Cardinal colorway is an original colorway, originally released in 1992, retroed for the first time in 2006, then again in 2011, and now again in 2022. If I missed one, let me know, please. But for fans of this particular shoe, I think that you're gonna be happy to know that they are slightly remastered. They're supposed to look like, or they're supposed to look more alike the 1992 original than ever before. I don't have a pair of the originals. I've only seen them a few times in person, and honestly, they all kind of look the same to me. So like, I'm not a big stickler for like, oh, this is not OG or whatever, you know what I mean? All I know is that this is one of those shoes that I correlate mostly with looking like a rabbit's foot because of Bugs Bunny. He was used in some of the marketing. He even had his own PE, which I've seen in person as well, and that, believe it or not, is the version ingrained in my brain. I don't know why. It's got like rabbit toes on there and stuff. It just looks weird. But as far as the outsole is concerned, I mean, come on, man, this is gorgeous. A lot of people don't know this, but this was actually inspired by African art, so I think that's really cool. And then the polyurethane midsole is, well, polyurethane, so there you go. The Air Jordan 7 retros, much like some of the previous Air Jordan 2 retros, are a little bit different than the original versions of the shoes, so the tech specs have changed. And you can even consider those changes to be upgrades or original protros, if you will, but when they revert them back to the original specs, you can consider it a downgrade, even though it is true to the original. It just really depends on your perspective and your point of view. Now, what I mean by those changes from the original to the now retros is that the original version of the shoe featured a polyurethane midsole, which these are, but they actually featured encapsulated air sole units, much like the Air Jordan 9, the Air Jordan 8. Clearly it started in the Air Jordan 7, but basically there's a forefoot air unit and a heel air unit. Again, those are the original tech specs, but in all of the subsequent retros starting in 2006 and onward, the Air Jordan 7 actually features a polyurethane midsole along with a full-length air unit, which is top-loaded. So this is not the exact air unit that's inside the shoe, although it could be. I have not actually pulled them out before, but this is very similar to what is actually inside of this shoe. Again, not an original feature, but I do have pictures of an original pair that are unfortunately crumbled, and I believe that those images come from one of our WearTesters Discord community members. MJ is God. So yeah, you can see that the midsole is crumbled. The air units are separated, they're not full length, but this retro, along with the previous two iterations, are. Also, something that's really interesting, I don't think this is on the retros like this one right here, but these mountain peaks right there that you see along the midsole, on the originals are actually separate pieces, and those did not crumble. Those were actually support frame pieces for the footbed, which is really, really cool. Now, the insole is interesting because they've been giving us the Nike Air branding, which they have here, along with the original polyurethane insoles that were in most most of the original releases. But this guy right here, unfortunately, is the black Dream Cell polyurethane, and it's just not as good as the stuff that comes in, say, the Fire Red 3s or the Air Jordan 185 cuts. And so I think that that's a big bummer. It's not gonna matter to a lot of people, but to me, it does. Also, a fun fact for the Air Jordan 7 is that the only Nike Air branding on the shoe was actually featured on the insole. Whoa, unbelievable. But as of late, the people that currently work at Jordan Brand has, for some reason, taken it upon themselves to replace the awesome 2-3 patch that's on the back of the Air Jordan 7 and place a weird as hell Nike Air branding on the back for certain colorways, and it looks awful. It does not fit on the design of the shoe. I don't like it. Now, the materials on the shoe are actually really nice. You got a mixture between smooth leather and tumbled leather. I don't remember what the originals featured. Like I said, I've seen the shoe so many times, I feel like every time I've seen it, it's been tumbled, but I couldn't tell you for certain. But if you know, feel free to let me know down below in the comment section. I'd love to hear from you. Now, as far as the material quality, like I was saying, it's pretty good. You actually have really decently thick cuts. I love seeing them like stacked up on the wings right here. A lot of times on the recent retros, they'll have a leather overlay, which is the outside material, but then the inside material that they kind of sandwich it up with is a vinyl or a synthetic, and that's not what they did here. It actually makes the collar a little bit stiffer, which is awesome for performance. These guys originally came out right around the same time as the Nike Air Huarache B-Ball, which is a basketball shoe, and the ankle collar area was designed very similarly to this. They just didn't have this extra patch right there with the logo and all that stuff. It was just mostly just a frame for your foot, which is really dope. But anyways, these are essentially low top shoes, but with a little extra piece up there. They do have the Huarache inspired sleeve, which makes this one of the most comfortable fitting Air Jordans of all time. Wow. This is my first time having this particular shoe, and one of the things that I thought was really interesting is right underneath this little cutout right here is a little tiny patch of nubuck. It feels synthetic, does not feel legit, but I just thought that was something to point out. The tongue, though, on the Air Jordan 7s is usually the special feature where it's got, again, the African-inspired art that you'll see along the outsole, along the entire tongue sleeve, and every pair is usually different. For this particular colorway, though, it's plain stark white, so all you've got there are the perforations along with the Air Jordan branding, which looks really clean, although on my right shoe right here, the perforations are a little crooked. It's like they were misplaced. So shout out to Jordan Brand and their non-existent quality control yet again. And on top of that, the top of the tongues are mad janky on these, man. Like, and this is very common for Jordan 7s in particular. So if you've been buying Jordan 7s for a long time, you are probably already accustomed to these crooked tongues. One last thing to note is that typically the Air Jordan 7, at least the retros, featured metal tipped aglets. These guys do not. The previous versions of the shoe, as far as what I can remember, featured the same kind of like gold or chutney color on the aglet tips. And again, these are just regular plastic aglets. So no special aglets there. Some people are not gonna like that. Now, as far as sizing is concerned, you can do one of two things. The first thing, obviously, go true to size. If you're a wide footer, this is probably what I would recommend. However, if you do like a super snug one-to-one fit, you might want to consider going down half a size. There is just a little bit of room. It's not anything crazy. If you're just wearing them casually, like I said, true to size, most of you guys should be good to go, but there is a little bit of extra room in there, so just be warned. I just wanted to touch on something real quick. You don't have to buy every release, and you should not buy every release. It's cool that there's nostalgia involved. Obviously, fans of this colorway of the Air Jordan 7 or the Air Jordan 7 alone, like maybe they want all original colorways. I think that's really dope. I'm like that too with certain shoes, but I see a lot in the comments. I don't know if they're new sneakerheads or old sneakerheads. It's probably a mixture of both, but it feels like some people feel like they must go and buy every, and you do not need to. Like, you walk up to the store and be like, yo, those are cool, and then put them back. So like, you don't have to buy everything. Really just focus on the you really like. Like, that's what I've been trying to do. It's really difficult, I know, especially when there's so many drops getting thrown in your face. Sometimes it can be overwhelming. As a customer, you have to understand that you have all the buying power. You don't have to open your wallet at all. It's your choice.
Now.
But yeah, but with that being said, I just wanted to say that because it's been on my mind, because I see this in every video. It's like people get mad at us that our job is to review Like, do whatever you want. I don't care if you buy real shoes. I don't care if you buy fake shoes. I don't care if you buy skate shoes or if you buy hoop shoes. It doesn't matter. Like, it's all about your preference. All I'm doing is just reviewing a product. It's not a big deal.
And that's the point of this channel, is so you can see it
before you buy.
Versus just a little picture on a screen.
Which is always deceiving. And so I just want to let some people know, because I feel like some people be stressing out, especially during the holidays, being like, oh my gosh, there's so many shoes releasing. Just let them sit, bro. Like, if you don't absolutely want them. And to be perfectly honest, you know they're gonna retro this again.
There will be a 5th version.
Like I said, this is the 4th time. Like, there's gonna be a 5th one, a 6th one, a 7th one. Like, just leave it, man. This is my first time having this one. I pass on every pair before that. It's not a big deal. Wow, that was slick. So you can wipe your nose and be cool, but if I got an itch, everybody's gonna see it.
You don't give me anything. I'm mid talking and you're like,
you should have peripheral vision.
I don't. I have glasses and I can't. I can't.
But you could see close. Your peripheral vision would work.
No, it's like a block, it's a block.
I don't like your frames.
Yeah. Anyways.
So
nobody saw my hand reach.
I know, that's why I said that was slick. That was hella slick. That was like getting kicked under the table.
Yeah.
Now, we do have a giveaway for our 12 days of...
Christmas.
I almost said 12 days of Jays. That's
You gotta
something
sing
different.
it. You gotta sing it.
No.
But instead of giving away birds, we're giving away shoes. And today...
Who the fuck gives away birds? Is
on
that
the
part
first day of Christmas. I literally just went over all of this.
I don't like Christmas music.
I love it.
So, yeah. I know.
I got in the car today.
Every year.
And both my kids were like, you're wearing the Santa hat out? And I looked at Chris and he was like, I didn't even notice it. That's just what you look like.
Okay, so we have a WearTesters Discord community. They support this channel and it's awesome because without them, we wouldn't be buying all of these shoes to review. So we really appreciate all of those people.
We do giveaways every month, but...
I just wiped my face. You gotta, come on, I'm just breathing for a second. Damn.
We do giveaways every month, usually 1 or 2, but in December we go all out.
This one is, I think, really, really cool. I actually have not reviewed these yet. I do have a pair in my size that I grabbed from ID for Shoes, which they are available over there, but they do release on the 12th, I believe. And it's another LeBron 20, man. These are fucking sick. I love this. This is one of my favorite shoes this year, which is super weird because I don't usually love LeBron shoes, but I really like these. But anyways, this is supposed to be the debut colorway. I don't really know what the story is behind it yet.
We'll figure that out for that video.
I'll figure it out before we talk about them. But yeah, so this one's really, really clean. This is actually a youth size. So we grabbed one of these because we have a lot of parents in our Discord community. So if they have either a spouse that wears a youth size or they have a little hooper in their family, then this is gonna be a cool little giveaway pickup for them and they can gift the gift and keep on giving. So if you're interested in joining the WearTesters Discord community, there's a link down below in the description box that will send you over to WearTesters.com where you can read what it means to become a Discord member. You can also sign up there if you were interested. And with all that being said, thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching. Let us know what you think about these down below in the comment section and we'll catch you on the next one. So until then, have a good one.